Another attribute is invocation count, in which in the @test annotation you can provide how many times you want to execute a particular test case. For example, I put the value 2 to the invocation count attribute. So let's run this. You see the test is executed 2 times. If I put it to 5, it will execute to 5 times. Okay. You can also provide a timeout in the whole invocation count. Like in the next example, I'm showing you that there's an attribute called InvocationTimeOut. So it will set the timeout in millisecond, and you will have to provide that timeout for complete invocation count. Like for all the 200 iteration of a particular test, the test should complete before 5 milliseconds, otherwise it will throw error. So let's run this. So it throws an error because the test executed in 15 milliseconds, but I provided a timeout of 5 milliseconds. Let's see what the error is. So the invocation timeout check function, which is a my function, does not finish within the timeout 5. 5 is 5 millisecond here. So if I make it to 50, our test will pass. Okay. You can also provide a thread count for your invocation. Like if you want to execute your test with 2000 or 5000 per se invocation, so in that case you can increase your thread count so that your execution time will be reduced. For example, for if you want to execute for 10 threads, there is another attribute called ThreadPoolSize, which will set the thread count for your invocation. So let's run it. So you see 10 threads are executing at a time, and total 100 counts are executed. If you will see in the okay, I don't know why the thread ID is not getting printed. It should print that. Never mind. The idea is it will execute your 100 invocation with 10 threads parallelly. So this is for the ThreadPoolSize attribute. You can also fail your test when any of your invocation fails. For example, if you run your test for 10 times and for example, let's say it failed for in second iteration, then after the second iteration failure, the all other invocation will be skipped. Let's see from here. I created a random variable, random number, and put it in the I variable, and if it's even, then throw an exception, and if exception will be thrown, the test further invocation will be neglected, or you can say skipped. So let's see this example. So the random number was even at the first time only, so it failed from the first invocation, and further invocation got ignored and skipped. So this is to skip your invocation if failure occurs. This is an important attribute, and let's run it once again so that it get passed for a single time. Oh crap, every time I am getting. Okay, you see now here a random is not even here, so it got passed up to 5 times, but at the 6th time we got a even integer and it got failed and further execution got skipped out. So this is for the invocation count and it's another important attribute. Thanks for watching.